Geria into Fornaroli, and that's the first goal of our A-League season.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Pacific Pursuit, and welcome back to Melbourne Victory, where in today's episode we have got 2 games coming up. We're going into the A-League to start our campaign, where we have 11 teams in here. I think we have to face everyone twice, or it might even be 3 times. I'm not even too sure how it works, to be honest. It says 26 games here, so you must play some teams like 3 times, potentially. I don't even know. If we take a look here, have they played 3 teams? They've not had 3 wins against anyone, by the looks of it. They might have played 3 games. Is it, yeah, the Central Coast Marinas, and then also there again. So, for example, Melbourne City, they played 3 games. As we can see there, we've got 2 games today. First up against the Western Sydney Wanderers, and then we go away to the Central Coast Marinas, a team who we wanted to join, but we didn't in the end. The Australian Cup, obviously we played in that last episode. We actually lost in the second round 1-0 to the Central Coast Marinas. They actually went on to win it. The whole cup takes place before the start of the season. Like, the final was literally played on the 4th of October, which was 2 weeks ago now, as you can see there, and they managed to get a win in the final after extra time against the Melbourne City. So it's quite a good competition, you know, that they do. It's like a bit of a pre-season one. They don't do it during the league season, so it means that teams can kind of focus on their league campaign. For example, this South Melbourne team, they managed to get to the semi-final, which was really, really good. They must have had to, did they pull off a shock anywhere? They got a team Gold Coast United there, and then they had to they got some pretty relatively easy fixtures, but we had a tough fixture to be drawn against the Central Coast Marinas, and we didn't come away with a result in the end. But what can we do? We're going to get our A-League campaign underway. The goal is 3rd place. We've not been able to make any transfers. The transfers here are weird. Like, the registration, you can only have like a maximum of 44,000 on the wage bill. So I've actually just realised that when I was looking at it. So we can go and adjust this accordingly and add more to the transfer budget. We do have a healthy transfer budget, but also signing players is a bit of an interesting one. Probably will wait until the next transfer window, which opens in around 3 months' time, which will be in January, somewhere around here, probably around here. We've gone through a lot of our season. We'll have to build that team, but I think we have a good team here, and hopefully they can go on and achieve that 3rd place result. Let's get straight into it. The first game of our A-League season against the Western Sydney Wanderers. So the team for this game against the Western Sydney Wanderers, it was a team we could have joined. The tactic has shaped up a little bit more to what I like, a little bit simpler. It starts with Izzo in goal, backline of Broxton, Sarah, Chapman and Geria. Teague, Makach, Giovanni make up midfield. We've got Arseny on the left, Economidis on the right, and Fornaroli up top. Kick-off here in this game. We're at home, the MI Park. If you will have seen the thumbnail yesterday, it's an incredible stadium. I mean, it's right outside, just outside from, by the looks of it, the city centre of Melbourne, which looks incredible. I never even realised it was that nice overall, looking like a really good place. But also the stadium has got a very interesting design to it. You know, it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you have to see it for yourself, and then you'd understand. Make sure to go and check. I mean, if you're watching this video, the thumbnail will be obviously that stadium, the stadium we're currently in. It's very, very nice. So hopefully we can go and make some special memories. Obviously, this is the team we want to go and take to win the Asian Champions League 2. What a shot that is from Arseny, and it just goes over after it's denied by the Wanderers goalkeeper there. We want to take this team to win the Asian Champions League 2. Obviously, it's not going to be next year because we can't physically do that. We're not in the competition. So I think it is going to be a delay in terms of how when we win it, because it's just how it is. You know, it's going to be a short season now. We could actually get into we would get into the next one, but obviously our season here is not too long, and then we have a massive break I think it's just a case of we have to go and build this team now, see what we can do, and then we'll have a big summer with all that money that we have, and hope we can win it. And on our first attempt, I think it is a competition that we should be able to do well in. We have a good core squad that should be able to go and do well. Lots of experience. Should we, we're not going to spend ages here. As the ball goes in here, Arseny with the F, and it's another save. It falls back to Fornaroli here. Can he go and look to play a ball, and he pulls it to the edge of the area, and nothing comes from that. In the end, as I was saying, it's just a case of I think we're not going to spend too long here, so some of maybe the older players we have in this team will probably stay because they've got that experience, they've got that ability that they've spent their careers developing. It makes sense, it does make sense, so we'll have to see. We will have to see. The tactics have changed a little bit. It's still quite a creative, fast flowing, passing tactic that we have going on here, working it into the box for currently our number 10 in Fornaroli. But if that has to change, we will have to see as Broxham finds himself on the ball down this left side into Insero. We can see now the high line we're trying to maintain. I'm never really a fan of it, but I will try it here and see how it goes. It complements his tactic quite well, so I think it would make sense to go and do it. Here's Jerry down this right side, a very, very good player, and he's bursting into the box. He beats his man, he squares it. Fornaroli is there, and what a goal it is. Well worked. Jerry into Fornaroli, and that's the first goal of our A-League season. It's 1-0 here against the Wanderers, and it looks like we might pick up an opening day victory, and that would really help in starting off well. It's important that we do start off well. We could definitely be in a position where we struggle early on, but I don't think that's the case. If we play like we did there for the remainder of this game and then into the next game, then we won't have a problem. We do have a tough game against the Central Coast Mariners away. That will be a tough game. Their first two games being at home, which seems a bit unfair, but I guess not. They are the Australian Cup champions. I don't know if you can qualify through that. Actually, that might have to be something we take into consideration, but we're hoping we can qualify this year. Anyway, here's Arseny back into Teague, Giovanni back to Jerry. Where can he go now? He's been involved in this game a lot so far, and he might even be again. He's got a lot of pace, a rapid bit of acceleration there that he's demonstrating. Economidis, Fornaroli, back out to Teague, and he just puts it over the bar. What a goal that would have been, but it's overall, it's been a very, very good start to this game. Look at the chances we've created. The Wanderers, not the strongest team. I think they finished 11th last year, so not the strongest team. We could have gone there. They actually won they are actually a good team now that I think about it, but not the strongest in terms of recently. They did actually win a Champions League 10 years ago, as you can see there, so all credit to them. But last year clearly didn't have a very good season. I don't know outside of that, so we'll have to see. Here's a ball into the middle. Who's going to get there? It goes to the edge of the area. Fornaroli, what a ball it is. Out to Arseny. Makac with the shot. It hits both posts, and it doesn't even go in. How unlucky is that? But what a performance it's been from us here. Nearly 3 XG generated in this game, and we might go and look to continue to add to that as Ryan Teague finds himself on the ball from this corner. He's one of our midfielders, one of the really good core players that we have in this squad, and he's definitely one of those who might be on the bit. I mean, I don't know how old he is he like, I don't think he's too old. 23. I didn't think he was that old. Still got a bit of potential that we need to tap into. We build a squad around players like him. He's going to be here probably should we win the Asian Champions League. Looks like a very good player, and it makes sense to have him in a team like this. He finds himself on the ball, bit of a creative outlet from the midfield in a bit of a deeper position. Over the top, Makac tries to find Arseny. Makac has taken a bit of a deeper role. That is because we have Giovanni, who's our number 11. He's playing a bit more of an advanced role. I put Jerry out to the right side. Chapman was in the midfield, but he has kind of dropped out to the back line now, so then we can play Jerry at right back. We do have a bit of an injury here. We'll look to go and make the change. I think we bring on Jackson Corey onto that left side. We'll get a look at some of these substitutes that we have. We didn't really see much of them last episode. The depth in the squad, it's alright, not the best. We actually came and there was really a small squad, which is something that's quite rare. I don't usually come to clubs and there is a small squad, but there was here. Makac with the shot. As I was saying, Chapman's gone back. He's had a good game there at centre back, and then Makac has gone back into a really deep role. Actually, we could move them up, but it's kind of a deep line playmaker role, bit instrumental in the middle. And then Teague as well, good tackler of the ball, really quite physical player overall, possesses some really good qualities, and from a deeper role. He's had some experience in Portugal as well by the looks of it, but we'll be looking to maybe make these two apparent. And then Giovanni, who is 31 years of age, Brazilian international. He's played for many Brazilian clubs, as you can see there, and he comes to the Melbourne Victory with some really good qualities. He definitely could become a really good player in this team. As I say, he's one of those with lots of experience. Overall looks like a good player, and we probably will keep around for, hopefully, you'd like to think, the short time that we are here. And he stands over a free kick. What can he do with it? Giovanni just goes over, clearly looking like our set piece taker if he's going to be stepping up for those ones from the edge of the area. But yeah, that's how the team is shaping up. Our only goal in this game coming from Fornaroli, 37 years of age, still scoring. That's a bit of a mistake, and it's Chapman at the back, who we have put into centre back, probably more of a natural midfielder, and he does get caught out a little bit. And the Wanderers do get a goal in this game to tie it up. That is very frustrating, because it feels like we've been the much better team here in this game, but we'll have to go and look in these final few moments as to whether we can go and get a goal as Broxham finds himself on the ball down this left side. Makac, the return ball, what will we do with it now? He plays the ball into the middle, back post. Economidis is there, he doesn't win his header, but can he pull it back to Jerry at the edge of the area? What will he do? He pulls it there, and Jerry bursts into the box. Is he fouled? He isn't. He's hit back into Economidis, the number 7. Makac, where will he go now? Edge of the area, Teague, he's lining up the effort. Will he release it? He does, and it floats around, and he's not able to get it in. How unlucky. Into that top left corner, it bounces off the woodwork twice again. Twice have we been denied by the woodwork, twice. Like, it's bounced off two parts of the woodwork and not gone in twice in this game. So unlucky. Will we get a late winner? It's positive, it's definitely a good sign that we're playing in this way, but we really need to come away with 3 points. You know, every point counts if we want to get third place in our first season. Is probably one of the most ambitious things we've ever set. You know, fifth, that's like 5th place in a 20 team league. Here's Economidis down this right side. He beats his man. He has the shot. He's at the crossbar. How unlucky is that? Was he offside? I don't think he was offside. We've hit the woodwork 5 times in this game, and it's not been enough. The full-time whistle is going to go shortly, and that's so unlucky, I'll be honest. And the team for this game against the Central Coast Mariners, got some long names in this A-League, as you can see there. So we've played the two teams with probably the longest names, but anyway, just the one change from last time out. It starts with Izzo in goal, backline of Broxham and Sarah, Chapman and Geria, Teague, Makac, Giovanni. We've got Velopili, who comes on to the left in place of the injured, where is he? Arsney there, as you can see. Economidis on the right and Fornaroli up top. Kick-off here in this game against the Central Coast Mariners. We start with a very nice pink kit, not one that we've typically seen before, as the early shot does go in. We were playing against a very good team here today. How they did in their opening day, they got a win, as you can see there, 2-0 win it looks like, or I think it was a 3-1 win when I saw they were drawing, so they probably would have gone and got 2 goals in that game at home. For them it's going to be a tough game, definitely, but if we play like we did for the most part of that last game, then we should be able to come away with a result. Here's Giovanni, he tries to slip Fornaroli through, and he tips it wide, but I think he would have been offside anyway. Good early chance for us though. We want to see more from Giovanni. He did have a good chance there, and he put Fornaroli through, but he didn't really have. He had a bit of a quiet game. He was injured in pre-season, so I think he is getting his sharpness back up, but we would have liked to see, hopefully, a really good display from him. You can see the shape that we're taking up. Geria does step into the midfield, and with, you know, technical ability like his, I think it makes sense that he does go and contribute there. It also allows Makac to go a little bit higher, and he can pair for like Giovanni, for example, who can go to that left side, and we make up that 3-2-4-1 shape, which has been common in a lot of our teams. You know, you can say like Pep Guardiola, for example, plays it and how he does it, and it's very relentless passing, but I think the way we do it, we create some really good attacking displays. The emphasis is not on keeping the ball, but it's actually like creating chances and going and getting those goals as effectively as possible. And I think that shape that we do take, it allows a bit of an overload in the attack. It allows some, you know, chance creation from a little bit deeper, and also to really secure in case of a, you know, a quick transition. We have that back three who are all really capable in defending, and there will be a really fast player in there typically from left back. Here's Fornaroli. What a finish it is! 1-0 here in this game against the Central Coast Mariners. Lovely finish, whether or not it's onside. Well, we'll have to see. As I was saying, it secures the back line, having that back three. Should we get caught on a transition, then we could stop it, close it down as quickly as possible. It's like a 5-5 formation, if you get what I mean. Obviously, the two fives have players in different positions, but if you think about it, it just makes sense having 5 defending and then 5 attacking. It just makes sense. It's like a formation that you'd make if you were playing if you were playing football for the first ever time. And sometimes you have to think and go back to foundations and these core ideas. We have to really utilize them. That is a great ball. That is a good finish. And that could potentially be 1-1 in this game. Is that the brother, or is it? I don't think it's. I've seen him before. Cool. He's got his brother. I think if they are brother, plays for Newcastle. Yeah, Garanqual. As you can see, I don't know if they're brothers. They do share the same last name. But he played for the Central Coast Mariners, as you can say there. So it would make sense. But yeah, he was a very good talent, and he has quite a bit of potential. So we'll have to see how he goes on and does. But his brother as well. He was tearing up the season last year. I've seen him involved a lot. He only got 3 goals, 2 assists apparently, but I feel like I'd seen him score all the time. Clearly they've had a pretty good. If they are brothers, I don't know if they are. I don't know if it would show. Would it show if they are? If we're going to take a look at his information, does it say if he is or not? It doesn't say here, but oh yeah, it is there. As you can see, they are brothers. Clearly not a bad family in terms of footballing ability, as they do equalise. It is Cool who does get the goal to tie it up. Maybe he'll get moved to Newcastle next. They took him. His brother Garanqual is clearly a big talent, not been utilised as much yet, but we'll have to see how it goes. The Newcastle have been signing quite a lot of talents, and hopefully some of them can go on and work out there as we find ourselves on the ball. It's been a good start to this game. Early on, we've been playing really, really well. Both teams have been putting up a good display. Whether or not we can go and get a result, we'll have to see. It was a frustrating opening game. I'll be honest, I really thought we should have come away with the 3 points, but I guess it's only the first game. We have a short season, so every point counts, as we say, but it is the first game, and maybe we can cut them a bit of slack. They've had a lot of games in pre-season. We won every single pre-season game because we went on to India on tour, and we actually beat some good teams. There's another ball in here, and Qual scores again to make it 2-1 in this game. We went to India. We beat the Kerala Blasters, who are a good team. Dimitar Berbatov used to play for them. I don't know if he comes up here. He doesn't come up. Didn't really play long for them, but he is. They are a good team. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't look like they're in the first division anymore, but definitely have been a decent team. And then some more teams here, as you can see. We conceded 1 goal, or was it 2 goals in the whole of pre-season? 3 goals. We conceded to our youth team as well, but we scored quite a few as well. I don't know how many. I actually really want to look at that now. We must have scored about 100 goals potentially. We had 8, 13, 16, 25, 35, 38. We had 47, 50, 51, 54, 57. That's so not 100, but 57 goals in 12 games. Not too bad. Nearly an average of 5 goals per game. Not many teams can say they've done that before, as the Central Coast Mariners do go 2-0 up, 2-1 up in this game. They have completed a pretty quick comeback. It's Cool who does get the 2 goals to put them ahead in this game. Hopefully we can have a bit more of a quieter period, so we can. It's been quite a long episode up to now, 18 minutes I'm seeing over there. It's been a pretty good one. Pretty good one. We've got familiar with a few more players who we might not have looked at as much last episode. Obviously it was Arsney show last time out. I mean, we had 4 hat-tricks, that's what happened, but Arsney was kind of the one we were looking at. We had hat-tricks from Economidis, it was Arsney, Fornaroli, and the other one was it Broxham? I think it was Broxham from left back who did get the hat trick in that game. If you go and take a look, it wasn't. No, who was it? Was it Geria? I think it might have been. No, it was the whoever was playing. Where was he? He was playing. Who was playing right back last time out? It was Aidan Harvey. That's who it was. He got his hat trick in that game. He's not in the team at the moment because I guess he can't get in over Geria, but we'll have to see what we can do with him. Fornaroli 2-2 here in this game. What a game it's been against the Central Coast Mariners, and now we're going to go and see into this second half whether or not we can come away with a result that would do us do us some good to pick off a first win hopefully, or will we come away with a point? No points, we'll have to see. It's going to be a very, very interesting second half. It's the Melbourne City who find themselves on top. We want to go and do better than them ideally. I don't know when we play them. That could make for a good next episode. We can have really short seasons here actually. Just get through it really, really quick, so it could be like a four-day season for the first time ever potentially. We played the Melbourne City twice here. I don't know why. Twice in like 3 games. I don't know if we'll be playing them next episode. I'm not sure. We'll have to make a decision. We play the Central Coast Mariners already. Again, there, as you can see, do we play them at the end? No, we don't. So it doesn't look like there's a first half of the season and second half of the season. It's kind of just play them when you want by the looks of it. I know last year, I think this team played the Melbourne City twice in a row, actually, if I do remember correctly. So I don't know why they do that, but I guess they do. We will have to have 2 very tough games against them, as the Central Coast Mariners do go 3-2 up in this game. Not a bad game for the neutral, and we'll have to see what we can do in the second half, whether or not we can come away with a result. We'll have to see. We can probably make some changes at half time, give us some fresh legs. Geria is struggling a little bit in terms of his stamina. He's been obviously having a pretty tough role, having to run the lines, and also in the midfield as we go and offer a bit of encouragement to these players. We are going to make those changes now. I think we bring off Giovanni. He's still struggling a little bit, still getting up to sharpness, so it does make sense. I think we bring on Danny Choi. Actually, I will bring on this time. He's a South Korean international. Overall, doesn't look like the worst player who's had experience in Portugal once again. I've said before about how these players come from like the European teams, and then they come here to Australia, which is it's interesting to see the flight to South Korea for him. Over 10 hours. It's insane. I don't know if it's 10 hours exactly, but I know to Tokyo, for example, where we were last time in Japan, not Tokyo, but it's a 10-hour flight. So I guess we're not in Asia technically. We're in Australasia, Oceania, whatever you want to call it. That's where we are. I guess we're not technically in Asia, but they play in the Asian competitions. They have to travel 10 hours for it, so I guess we count ourselves. We're making a tough bit of graft. It's like the Corners of Asia challenge, but it's a tough bit of graft, as I say, to have to go and play in that competition should we get there. But we'll have to see when we cross that road how it'll go down. I wish we should have, like, the day before or the few days before, they should do it in Football Manager where you have like the flights and you see your flight, how much it costs and stuff like that. That would be really interesting to see the method of transport that this team would take. It would obviously be flights most of the time. Obviously flying down, it would be quite tough as well for teams who ever come, but I guess that's part of it. Asia is a massive continent, and I mean, some of the Asian countries don't even play. They play in Europe because it's that far of travel. Here's Fornaroli. He has a shot, and he's denied by the Mariners goalkeeper. As I say, it's been a tough game. If we come away with a point, I think I'd be happy. If we come away with a loss, it would be frustrating. But against a good team like this, then we can't really complain. We can go and build in our next games. Hopefully, go on a bit of a good win streak. It's a short season, which means that we have to take every chance. But at the same time, it does mean that we can climb up quite fast. If we go on a bit of a good spell of form, we can really just get up there fast as possible, especially for the teams are in a bit of a bad spell. Here's Velupilai, who's had a decent game down that left side. It's Inka to Makac, square ball. Fornaroli is there, and he scores to make it 3-3 in this game. Whether the goal will stand, it would be his hat-trick, I've just realised, at 37 years of age. Potentially the oldest hat-trick ever in the A-League. He does score, and it is a hat-trick for Fornaroli here in this game. By the looks of it, we've been the better team. It's just defensively, that is probably the area we're looking to strengthen in the next transfer window. It is probably just the defence where we've been let down a little bit. We might have a chance here to go and create something, but it is one back. There's a ball in behind. The shot does go in. It hits the post. I think there was an offside in there. Nonetheless, the final few moments of this game, if we come away with a point, then that would be not be the worst result. We played very, very well, and there's a lot of potential to work on here, but a header does go in. That is so annoying. That is so annoying. In the final moments, we lose a header. It's rare that we lose headers in any of our teams, and it is going to be a 4-3 loss. Not a bad game for the neutral. Lots of potential to work with, but the full-time whistle goes and it's a frustrating day overall. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave with this old tune and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.